Okay. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome once again to the White Sands Self-Care chapter of the Igniting Wellness Event Systems. I am your host and founder, Laura Cross. And as you know, we are all about self-care and helping you up-level your self-care so you can up-level your business, your relationships, and live a healthier lifestyle. And today I have with me Suzanne Simpson. She is the owner of Renewed Life Counseling, and she's a licensed professional counselor, board certified life coach, a certified clinical nutritionist, author, and inner heart healing minister. She has gained a wide range of expertise through 30 years, helping multitudes of people transform with relationship conflict and with body and mind health challenges. Suzanne specializes in working with those who want to lose weight with a cutting-edge approach that is unique to a traditional programs. And her program offers red light therapy, nutritional support, and group coaching for the mind, the body, and spirit. And it's called Body by Nature Design. She offers a variety of expertise in cutting-edge releasing, energy releasing, inner heart healing, and group coaching, finding freedom with eating issues. And her practice is she's coming to us out of Littleton, Colorado. So I wanted to introduce you all to Suzanne, and so we could learn a little bit more about how Suzanne got involved in this and how you can connect with her and how maybe she can help you. So Suzanne, if you would tell us a little bit, how you got started with all this?
Okay, well, thank you, Laura, for offering this for me. I always enjoy connecting and getting to know people out there that may be interested in just knowing my background and where I'm coming from, because I have a lot of background, but I got interested in this whole area of eating, probably my first entree into my counseling. And I found that I found myself working with eating disorders, and they can be kind of tough, but it was very interesting to me because I always enjoyed nutrition and felt like I could kind of come from a whole health perspective. So that's what led me to where I'm today. I've had multiple years, over 25 plus years of experience, but I draw from all that background in putting together this program that I've developed. My husband and I actually are doing it together, and it's called Body by Nature's Design. And we're just thrilled to be able to offer this now, and it's going to be officially the first of the year, but hopefully we'll start it in November, well, at the end of November, end of this month. But I'll share a little bit about my background and why I got interested in this. I grew up in a doctor's family, and there was just so much emphasis on health. We were just always watching calories. We were always talking about food and what was good and what was not so good for your body. And I kind of grew up as a chubby kid, so I knew that, I had to kind of watch it, and I had a sweet tooth. So I always found myself looking for the cookies that were hidden in the kitchen, and my parents were very strict with me about food. And I always thought, gosh, I'm surprised I didn't develop a full-blown eating disorder because of the restrictions I felt. But as I got into high school, I thought, I'm going to really prove it to my parents. I'm going to go on a diet, and so I got Weight Watchers, I got a cookbook, and, I started watching my food and choices, and, I did lose a little, and that sort of started my entree into really good health. And I was always interested in nutrition, so I began learning everything I could. And then eventually I entered Intel world models and everything, and I felt like I had to compete. So it was just a challenge to always be concerned about my outward appearance and how I looked. But I began to learn how I could feel better on the inside. And that's really what it's all about, because you can have the perfect weight or you can have the perfect body image, but if you don't feel good about yourself, then it's kind of wasted.
Yeah, well, 100%. I would have to agree with you that I remember when I was younger, they told my mom that I was anorexic, and because I used to be a lot thinner, and they start shoving meat and potatoes, and yeah, I mean it comes down to I believe what you're saying, and I mean it's what you feel inside. and
Sure.
eating, we all have that nasty 4-letter word diet that everybody hates to hear, but a lot of times it's not really about diet. It's about making choices and making the right choices.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah,
I
totally
think
agree.
our modern diet out there is difficult. When we think about the fast food market and the sad diet, is the diet that we're exposed to is not healthy in this country. So I think we have to really make good choices, and we have to know what those choices are.
And
And
we're coming up on Thanksgiving and Christmas where we all normally eat ourselves stupid, and then we go on that great New Year's resolution and try and lose it all off. So, but I'm sure
uh,
your program is a much better way to approach it.
well, I think it's interesting. I always enter the holidays with a food plan because I find that I don't want to have to deal with the first of the year, but a lot of people don't, and they enjoy eating all kinds of foods and then get serious about it in January. But I found that if I could just make the best choices for my body, everybody's different, and it's all very emotional when you think about food. And I find that if people can get a handle of why they're eating food and what it's trying to solve, maybe emotionally, that they're using food to push down, then we can get in touch with some of those inner feelings. I got very interested in learning about energy psychology work and how people could get to the root of where some of their emotional upsets were. And I found that through the years, it's really helped me as a therapist, because I don't just resort to talk therapy. I try to do some kinesiology testing, with the muscle testing, or try to interview them enough to find out, what are some of the belief patterns you have? What's causing you to overeat or over sex or over, whatever, be addicted,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it's always more than, I think, than just the eating thing. Like you said, there's a lot of psychology to it. You may not realize it. Sometimes we just eat, we're not hungry, but we're bored, and you just stuff something in your, face, or you're upset. Yeah, everybody reacts differently. I know some people, when they get upset, they eat a lot. Other people get so upset they don't eat. So it's
Mm.
there's a lot of psychology
Yeah,
that goes into
it's
that too.
very different. And I remember one time I had a practice that was much more geared around nutrition and healing the body through clinical nutrition. And I found that the hardest thing for people was to change their food plan. It was just, why? People just don't want to take away foods that they enjoy. So I don't believe you have to restrict yourself, but I believe you have to be intentional about it.
Yeah, definitely do. So maybe you can tell us a little bit how this body by nature design works.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, it's kind of something that my husband and I came together with. We were looking for something we could do together, and he used to be in the financial world, and that was just foreign to me. So one day we talked about how could we blend more what my interest is and his, and he got interested in some medical devices that were FDA approved for health. And one of them is a red light therapy, and it's a device that actually takes off fat. Each time you have a treatment, it's pretty amazing. You can lose, an inch or so. And then over a period of 12 sessions, say you could lose up to 3 inches. And it detoxifies the body. So that was sort of what we started with. And then I started thinking, well, what else would we need to add to that? And we decided on a nutritional product that is a nutraceutical that is very effective. And it's really for the whole health of the body. So what it does is just helps build up the small capillaries that typically with age get diminished. And in doing so, it helps nutrients get into the organs and, the critical places. So we found that that would be a good product to just have as a main option for people, along with maybe some protein powder that people could take. And I have all kinds of food ideas, but it's really got to be comfortable. So that's the part that's more of the physical and health related. And then I developed a group coaching program that I had put together years ago, not in the extent that I have now. And so I've added a lot to it, and it's about a 12-week program where people can actually be coached. They get video modules so that they can learn the content and then come to calls and be coached around what it is that is going on in their inner self and their inner emotional life.
Very nice. Very nice. What is the best way for people to get in touch with you, Suzanne?
Yeah, I have a website. It's renewedlifecounseling.com. On there, there's a contact page. It's just www.renewedlifecounseling.com. And that would be a good way. I'm on social media. I have a profile there. I haven't developed a group on social media for this, but those are probably the best ways. And I also just, texting with my cell phone. It's not on the site, but I can give that out. And if people want to just ask me more questions, that's fine too. Because
Okay.
basically I want to connect with practitioners that maybe have a good practice, but they would like to even grow it. This might be a good option to bring into their practice. Not that we would bring our equipment, but they could actually buy the equipment. But if they wanted to come and learn about it and maybe offer sessions for themselves, that would be a good start. So if you're a nurse practitioner, if you're a chiropractor or physical fitness trainer, all those types of people are great. But also just people in the business world. If I give out my phone number, would that be okay for the cell phone?
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't mind, and if you want, I can add it in on the comments too, underneath this as well, if you like.
Okay. Well, it's 303-358-8941.
Okay.
358-8941.
And so do you mostly work with people that are local, or can you do any of your coaching and stuff with people over Zoom in other areas, or?
Oh yeah, I do a combination. There
Okay.
are people that really like local. And my husband and I are just opening up a practice in Centennial, which is pretty central. It's near the tech center in Denver area. But as far as, the people long distance, I've done, I've worked with Anthony Robbins coaching in the past, and we dealt with a lot of people that were they were not in person. So I'm used to that. Or I do Zoom calls as well.
Great. Very good. Good to know, because as you know, we have people from everywhere that are part of the group and across. And so the idea is to help, reach out and help them any way we can.
Sure.
So, well, I want to thank you, Suzanne, for being with me, and I will add that information for everyone in the comments. So if any of you have questions, just look down in the comments and you'll know how to contact Suzanne. And thank you very much, Suzanne. I appreciate it. Have a good day.